we are going to create some more winning ads today. You are going to need 3 tools, and even the free version of these tools should be enough. Maybe not for Canva, but you will need ChatGPT, Gemini, and then Canva also. And then the best way to do this strategy is if you already have a winning ad in your ad account that you want to iterate. So iteration means basically you just want to create more version of your winning ads, or you are just starting out, or even you are actively running ads now, but you want to copy some of your competitors' ads. So I'll show an example for both cases. Let's start with a winning ad, and then you want more versions. So let's jump into my ad account. Here's one ad set that I'm showing. This is ads I currently have running because I'm promoting my paid school community. So if we go inside the campaign, I'll also show the naming conventions. So this is a paid group creative testing campaign and an ABO. So ABO means it's an advantage ad set budget optimization. And then if you go to the ad set level, you see that the budget is set on the ad set level. Now I named this ad set 26 week 2 because I created it last week. It's a creative test in the US using Advantage Plus audience, broad interest, and only Facebook and Instagram as a platform. So all the important data is on the ad set name. And then if we go inside the ad set, you see I tested 6 different ads. And if I sort by amount spent, let's click on amount spent, and then it's going to sort by the highest spending ad. You see by using ABO and just $5 a day, Meta is actually optimizing the ad spend to the best ad. So you will see these two ads spend the most, so it's only $35 so far. But the ad at the top spent $23, and then this one at $7. And you see that the numbers is good on both of these ads. CPM is good, even though it's better on the first one. CPC is both the same, $1.24. And the click-through rate is actually 4%, which is exceptionally high. Usually we try to get around the 1%. The click-through rate, 2% is really nice, but the 4% means that your creative is really good. And then you will see that my first ad also had 3 purchases. So Meta automatically spent the most money on the best ad. And it was also supported by the rest of the data because it got 3 purchases and less than $8 cost per acquisition, amazing click-through rate. So in this video, this ad is going to be the one that I'm going to make iterations of. So if we click on the preview, we can see the ad in a bigger size, and then we are going to use this ad. But if we go back and you don't have any winning ads, you never run ads before, but you know who your competitors are, you can also copy your competitors' ads. So for that, we are going to use ad library. So you need to go to the URL facebook.com/library. So I drop this in my document. So if you pause or rewatch this video, you can just click this URL. And then let's say I'm looking in all countries. That category is all ads. And let's search for Hormozy, maybe. He's running tons of ads. So let's search for Hormozy and then click on his page. And then you see all of the ads he's running now. Plenty of ads launched in January, but the best way to know if an ad is winning is to go way back, because the longer you are running an ad, the better the performance is, because why would you pause a best performing ad? So maybe if Hormozy has an ad from September or October, that means the performance is quite nice, and then there's a reason to keep those running. So we are already in October, but we want some image ads because those are the easiest to iterate. So for example, here's an ad. It was launched in November. Super simple text-based posts. So if you click on see ad details, you see it's just a white background and then a text. So in my basic courses, I also suggest the same. The first time you start running ads, it should have a very simple white background and then just a text-based post, because it actually interrupts your scrolling because you don't often see posts like this. And then These get the message across easily. So why wouldn't you do this? You don't need any design experience. So if you like this ad, for example, you can take it from Hormozy and then we can make iterations on this using AI. So the next step, once we have an ad we want to use, so in my example, I'm going to use my own ad. I'm going to do a Facebook post preview, so I have a bigger size. The first step is going to be creating a Gemini JSON code. So for this, we need to go to Google Gemini and we need to create a new gem. So on the left side, you have gems. Let's click on it and then create a new gem and then name your gem. So it's going to be add iteration. You can add a description that design winning ads, and then you need to add an instruction on what this gem is actually going to do. So if we go back to step 1, I have the instructions here. You'll have this document in my school community. If you want all the details, all the prompts, it's going to be in my school group. You can join using the link in the description. So paste the instruction and go back to Gemini, go to instructions, and we are just going to remove the first part. And then it's going to say act as an image analyst and extract specific details into a predefined JSON structure. And then we are just going to upload an image to activate this. So first, let's just create the gem. Let's hit save. And on the left side is going to show up under the gems. So again, let's go to gems. Here's add iteration. Let's open it. And now it's ready to use. Next, we need to upload our image to the gem. So go to our ad. Let's take a screenshot. There are multiple ways to do a screenshot. You can use your keyboard or you can use this extension called Lightshot inside Chrome. Let's make sure the ad is fit correctly inside the screen. Let's take a screenshot and then this is the part we need. Let's hit copy. Go back to Gemini, make sure you are in the gem and then upload the screenshot. So just paste and then hit enter. And then it's going to create a JSON code that we are going to use later. So here's the JSON code. You see it has the header text, the brands involved, the visual elements, all the details that we need. So this was step 1. We uploaded the image and we got the JSON code. So next, step 2 is going to be going inside ChatGPT to make some improvements on this JSON code. So again, we are going to add a screenshot of the winning ad to a ChatGPT conversation. So let's go to ChatGPT next. Let's upload the winning ad again. And then let's add the following prompt. This is my winning ad from Meta. Give me 5 iteration ideas on how, we don't need it to, on how this can be further improved for conversions. So let's copy and paste this inside ChatGPT. And then we should get 5 ideas to make the ads better. So let's see what happens. Let's hit enter inside ChatGPT. So now ChatGPT is going to list 5 iteration ideas on how we can make the existing ad better. Now we are going to follow up with another prompt. So let's copy and paste. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's paste. So basically we are saying update this JSON code with these 5 updates and also tweak for a better output. I'll use it inside Nano Banana Pro to create the images and then give me the 5 JSON codes separately. And then to make sure this prompt is going to work correctly, we need to add the prompt, the JSON from Gemini. So you just copy the code, go back to ChatGPT, paste, and then just send. So once it finished all the ideas, let's send it for improvements. And then now we should get 5 different JSON codes, 5 separate ones. And these ones should have the ideas implemented that ChatGPT recommended. So we have the first JSON one. So let's see what the next step is. So step 3 is creating the ads. So now we need to go back inside Gemini, select create image to design with Nano Banana Pro, and then insert each new JSON code into a new conversation. So now we need a chat and not the gems. So let's just click on the left side, new chat, It's going to be an empty chat. Make sure we use create image. Or if you don't see this banana icon, you can just click on tools and then create images again. Look for the for Nano Banana Pro. Once you have the image selected, go back to ChatGPT and grab your first JSON, copy code, go to Gemini, paste, and then hit enter. And then now it's going to create the design. So here's the first iteration. It was quite quick. And to be honest, I think this looks better than the original one. Let me know what you think, but let's compare the two. This iteration looks better in my opinion. And then even though if the logos are not perfect, it's going to work as an ad because it's attention grabbing. So we can download this in full size. And then we have our first ad. Now, step 4 is going to be removing the watermarks. So we need Canva for this because if you notice, on the bottom right side, there's a Gemini icon and we can't remove it unfortunately yet with any prompts. So you have to do it in a third-party tool. So in our case, that's going to be Canva. Since these ads are a 1x1 square size, we need to open a project in the same size. So go to social media and then let's search for square. And then we are looking for Instagram post square. Let's open a new project and go to uploads to upload our most recent ad. So upload files, look for the image we just created. Let's enter. Let's make sure it fits the full size. And now while we have the image selected, click on eraser and magic eraser. Brush size should be around 30 to make sure it's covering the whole watermark. And then just one click on the watermark. You see it's selected. Now click erase and now it's doing its magic and it's gone. So you can just exit and you have your first ad that's ready to go and ready to test. So now we just need to download this ad. And if we go back to my ad account, I just closed it. So here's my ads manager. I'm just doing this for the naming conventions. So this ad was called week 2 school image 1. So I'm going to call the ad, the new ad that I'm downloading, school week 2 school image 1 iteration. So let me show you. Let's name the project the following name. So week 2 school image 1 iteration because we are iterating on this ad. And then it's going to, once you click share, download, you use a PNG file and then hit download. It's going to use this ad by default on your download. And then you can just add a 1 to make sure you know it's iteration number 1 because we are going to create 5 iterations now. So now we just need to repeat the steps. We just need to repeat the process. So in my example, I'm actually going to set up the new ad set now, the completely new test. So I show the whole process. So let's continue. Go back to ChatGPT. Let's ask for the JSON too. Copy the code, go back to Gemini, open a new chat, make sure we create an image, and then paste the new prompt. And then it's going to design a new ad. Then we are going to grab the new ad, go to Canva, remove the watermark, and so on until we have all the 5 ads ready to go. So here's the new ad. Let's download. You can barely see the watermark because of the background color, but we are going to do it anyway. So first, I'm just going to create all the new ads. So let's go back to ChatGPT, JSON number 3, copy, open a new chat, create image, paste, and while it's designing, let's speed up the workflow. So go back, JSON 4, copy the code, let's download the new image, right? Open a new chat, create image, paste the code, hit enter. While the image is being created, go back to ChatGPT, grab JSON code number 5, copy the code, go back to Gemini, let's wait for the design to finish. Let's grab this. This image is actually completely white, so you can't see the background. So I'm going to name this already as an iteration. So let's select iteration number 1, and I'm just going to change the name to iteration, I think this is 4. And we have one more to go, which is going to be again create image, and then it's going to be iteration number 5. So we no longer need ChatGPT, we can close this. Let's go back to Gemini, grab the latest design. Now, sometimes this happens if you have too many text on the image that it's going to make a mistake at the spelling. So this should be new members get onboarding plus bonuses. The way to fix this is copy the prompt again. And then you see the prompt has different parts of the text. And this is part of the subheader text. Now, when you are not using a bold font or a headline, oh, sorry, it's called uppercase. I just couldn't find the word. So when you are not using uppercase, it can make these mistakes. So you can change it to uppercase. Let's open a new tab, go to case, uppercase, and then let's just convert it to uppercase. Let's copy paste, go back to Gemini and change the code. And now this should be correct. I'll also change the headline. Copy. Oh, this tab just froze with the convert case. Okay, there it is. Paste, uppercase, copy, go back to Gemini, replace the code. And now this should be working. Last time this was the solution. Maybe it's not going to do it now because we are on a live call and then this is when it has to stop working. So it didn't work. Let's try to grab the prompt and then do a new chat, create image, and then let's see if it works now. Onboarding. Oh, this all is almost there. Now it's onboarding, so we are not going to use this version. I'm still working on a prompt to fix these issues with the spelling, so now we are just going to use 4 ads. So let's close Gemini. We no longer need the ad preview either. And then we go back to Canva and we are going to upload the rest of the ads we just created. So we have 1, 2, 3. These 3 where we need to remove the watermarks. So let's duplicate, remove this, and just duplicate with the new ads. Let's delete this. And so we have these 4 ads to change. Let's make sure they all fit the sizing correctly. And then let's go one by one. Click erase. And then let's remove it. Bottom right corner, erase. And then we are going to repeat the same for all 4 designs. Erase, exit, and then let's repeat it for the last ad also. And then once we have it, we are just going to download these one by one. So these are ready. Let's just go and click share, download, select the current page, and then make sure these are named correctly. So this is going to be iteration number 2. Oh, I wrote 3 accidentally, but doesn't matter. Let's go share again, download. Oh, so this is the incorrect one. Yeah, I don't want to use this. We are just going to use this one. Let's click share, download, current page. And then this is going to be number 2, I believe. Number 2, because we already have 1, 3, 4, so 2 is missing. So now we just made 4 new ads. With AI, we didn't do any design, nothing crazy, and now we are just going to set this up inside Meta. So we are promoting the school group. Here's my offer. So let's go back to the campaign I selected, creative testing, and then let's create a new ad set. So I'm just going to duplicate a previous ad set, going to duplicate with the original setup. I don't want to use Advantage Plus for placements, and I don't want to use Advantage Creative either. I'm just going to duplicate the original setup. In the original campaign, let's click duplicate, and then let's rename it because we are in week 3. And then instead of the creative test, it's going to be an iteration of week 2 school image 1 iteration. The reason is because once you have multiple ads and ad sets and you are looking at the name, you want to know what's inside each ad set. So by using these naming conventions, it's going to be much easier. We'll keep the rest the same. We are going to keep the broad, US Advantage Plus targeting, Facebook and Instagram. Just make sure we use the correct attribution, 7-day click, 1-day view and 1-day engaged view, $5 per day, US. And then for the placements, I'm just using Facebook and Instagram. Now let's go inside the ads. So let's click inside the ad set. Let's delete. So let's delete all ad but one. This is the quickest way to set up new creative tests. Let's click edit inside the one remaining ad. let's find the creative. So scroll down until we see the image. Let's remove this and just add media, and then add the 4 images we just created. So for the creative setup, make sure we don't have any promotions, no branding is needed because I have the ads as we need them, no site links, no website highlights. Let's go next and add media, upload, and select the 4 ads we just created. So we have these 4 images. Let's open and upload them, but we are not going to select any for now. I'll show you the reason. For now, we are just going to exit and then close this tab. And now make 3 duplications because 3 plus 1 is going to be the 4 ads that we are just setting up now. So now we have the 3 new ads selected. Let's go inside edit each ad and then go to name. Make sure we remove the copy and now select the 4th ad. And now we have all 4 ads being edited at the same time. So let's change the name to the actual name of the files. So it's going to be week 2 school image 1 iteration. And then one by one we can update to iteration 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now go to the creatives. I don't see the creatives, but we can edit everything here. So we have the primary text, the headline. Let's do a refresh. Oh, actually first let's make sure, I just did it earlier, you saw, but the media was not removed. So let's remove all the media because I duplicated these ads without having the media. I'm not sure why it came back, but now that we removed it, let's select again all the 4 ads, edit each ad, and then look for the media side. And then, oh, you see now it didn't retain the changes from the name. So we have to go back to the name and remove it and just change it to image 1. Same stuff again, iteration. So iteration 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's go to media and then add media for each. So for iteration 1, we are going to pair iteration 1. So we need to hover over the name of the ad, and then we'll see this one is iteration 1. If you are not sure, you can also search media and then type iteration 1, and then you'll see here it is. And then just read and then just do the same for all 4 ads. So this needs to be iteration 2, iteration 3, and then iteration 4. Yes. Now make sure we have everything else correctly set. So I have the URL parameters for tracking. My call to action is learn more, description. And then for Advantage Creative, I suggest you turn off everything. We don't need any music, any spotlight, and we don't need to adjust the contrast either. And then now we should be fine. Let's make sure the URL is correct. It's going to my school's about page. So now we can save to draft, and then we can publish the new ads, and these are going to go live after approval, which usually takes around 30 minutes to an hour, depending if you have a new ad account or it's already a warmed up ad account. So now we just added a new ad set. Here are all my ad sets I'm testing currently. And then this week 2 image 1 iteration is just loading, processing, and then it's going to be running in a short amount of time. So this is the process how you can iterate on existing ads, on your winning ads, and then this is the exact process on how you can set up a new ad set to test more creatives. So I hope this was helpful. I think using this workflow enables you to save tons of time. So I'm going to upload this as a strategy inside my school group as well. So if you are not a member yet, check this out. There's a link in the description. There's tons of stuff in the classroom, and then I just added a new classroom section which is going to cover the ad creatives exactly with strategies like this.